Sometimes you just need like that extra boost of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
You want to really get a handle on something.
Mhm.
Well, today we are going deep on summer mung bean cultivation.
Right from the start, it's clear that it's not just about squeezing in an extra crop between the Rabi and Kharif seasons.
Right.
It's also about what it does for the soil,
It's true.
which is amazing.
So for this deep dive, we're looking at this really in-depth article.
Yeah.
It covers a lot of ground, from the best planting methods to a specific high-yielding variety of mung beans.
Wow.
But our goal here is to really distill this down to the most useful advice,
Right.
so that you can walk away with a clear understanding of how to have a successful summer mung harvest
That's the goal.
without getting lost in all the technical jargon.
Absolutely, because when you think about it, summer moong's role in nitrogen fixation is huge for soil health.
It's true.
I mean, it really enriches the soil for the next round of crops.
Yeah, it's like a natural fertilizer factory.
Exactly.
So let's start with the why. Why is growing summer mung so important?
Mm-hmm.
Well, our source highlights two main reasons.
Okay.
First, it's a quick crop,
Right.
which means it gives farmers a way to make extra income in that gap between the major harvests.
It really is like a bonus round in the middle of the year.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
You plant in the summer, you harvest, and then you're ready for the Kharif season.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the article doesn't say exactly how much extra income you can expect,
Right.
but it definitely emphasizes that it's a significant boost.
It must be pretty decent if they're making such a big deal about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something to consider. Like,
Yeah.
how much of a difference could this make for a farmer's earnings?
For sure.
And then the second big reason, which you already touched on,
Mm.
is the benefit to soil health.
Right.
Moon, being a legume, is a natural nitrogen fixer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's giving back to the soil, making it more fertile.
It's a win-win.
Exactly.
You get the extra income and your soil gets healthier.
Yeah.
It's really a sustainable way to improve soil quality and reduce dependence on those synthetic fertilizers.
Yeah,
Over time, at least.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
So we've got the why down.
Got it.
Now let's jump into the how.
Okay, the nitty-gritty.
Starting with the seed rate,
Okay.
something that might seem basic,
Yeah.
but is actually super important to get right.
Absolutely.
The article recommends using 10 to 12 kilograms of seed per acre for summer mung.
Interesting.
Now, that's almost double what you'd use during the rainy season.
Why is that?
Well, it's all because of the heat.
Ah, okay.
The article explains that it's harder for the seeds to germinate in the summer because the top layer of soil dries out so quickly.
So it's like they're giving the seeds a fighting chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're compensating for those tougher conditions by planting more seeds
Makes sense.
to make sure enough of them actually sprout and grow into healthy plants.
Right, because if you don't plant enough, then you're going to end up with fewer plants.
Fewer plants, fewer pods, fewer beans.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what happens if you go overboard and plant way too many seeds?
Well, then they're all crammed together,
Yeah, they start competing for resources.
competing for sunlight, for water, for nutrients.
Exactly. So instead of thriving, they end up weak and spindly.
And you actually end up with fewer pods because the plants aren't healthy enough.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah.
that 10 to 12 kilogram range.
That Goldilocks zone.
Exactly.
Not too much, not too little.
So we've got our seeds sorted, we've planted them at the right density.
Check and check.
Now let's talk about feeding those little guys.
Yeah.
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer is key.
Our source calls it the foundation for a healthy crop,
It really is.
which is so true.
Yeah, it's like the building blocks for success.
Exactly like any living thing. Mung beans need the right nutrients to grow strong and produce a good harvest.
Right. And the main ones we're looking at here are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
So let's break it down one by one.
Okay.
Nitrogen. Moon, being a legume, has this awesome relationship with rhizobium bacteria.
Yeah, those little nitrogen fixers are
Exactly.
living in the roots.
Yeah, they take nitrogen from the air and convert it into a form the plants can use.
So it's like they have their own little fertilizer factory built in
Right.
right there in the soil.
And so does that mean they don't need any extra nitrogen fertilizer?
Well, not quite.
Okay.
The article says you only need a small amount at the beginning when you're sowing the seeds.
A little starter dose.
Yeah, just a little boost to get them going.
And then once the plants are established, no more nitrogen.
Nope.
Why is that?
Because if you add more nitrogen later on, it can actually backfire.
How so?
Well, instead of putting energy into growing more beans, the plants start focusing on growing more leaves and stems.
Ah, so it's like they get distracted.
Yeah, they get all leafy and bushy, but they don't produce as many pods.
So it's all about directing their energy towards the things we actually want to harvest.
Right, the beans themselves.
Okay, what about phosphorus?
Phosphorus is important for a bunch of different plant processes,
Okay.
but one of the most important things it does is help those rhizobium bacteria do their job better.
So it's like a helper nutrient. It
Exactly.
makes the nitrogen fixation more efficient.
So the article recommends applying enough phosphorus at the time of sowing to support those bacteria right from the get-go.
Gotcha.
So phosphorus for the bacteria, and then potassium, that's another big one.
Potassium, the article really emphasizes how important this is for summer Moong.
Especially in the heat.
Right. Why is that?
Potassium is like the plant's secret weapon for dealing with stress.
Stress like the scorching summer sun.
Exactly. It helps them regulate their water balance.
Keep them hydrated.
Yeah, and it also plays a huge role in making sure the beans develop properly.
So it's like giving them a shield against the heat.
Exactly. It helps them stay strong and produce high-quality beans even when it's super hot outside.
So to recap a bit of nitrogen at the start,
Right.
phosphorus at sowing to boost those nitrogen-fixing bacteria, and potassium throughout to help them handle the heat and make sure those beans develop properly.
That's it.
Now, how do you actually apply all these fertilizers?
The article recommends applying everything in furrows at the time of sowing.
Furrows like those little trenches you dig before planting?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and they actually give 2 specific fertilizer combinations that farmers can use.
Option 1 is 35 to 40 kilograms of DAP per acre plus 20 kilograms of MOP.
DAP being diammonium phosphate
Right.
and MOP being muriate of potash.
That's right.
Option 2 is 40 kilograms of a 12-32-16 NPK complex fertilizer.
Along with 10 kilograms of MOP per acre.
NPK being nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
Exactly.
Those are some pretty precise recommendations.
It is good to have some specific numbers to work with.
It is.
It takes the guesswork out of it.
Now, the article also mentions sulfur.
Yeah, sulfur is interesting.
Is that a major nutrient for summer Moong, like NPK?
It's considered a secondary nutrient,
Okay.
but it can be really important if your soil is deficient in sulfur.
And how do you know if your soil is deficient?
Well, you can do a soil test
Okay.
to see what nutrients are lacking.
And if it is lacking sulfur?
The article suggests applying 80 kilograms of gypsum per acre,
Okay.
which is interesting because gypsum also contains calcium.
So it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Exactly. You get the sulfur and a boost of calcium, which is also good for plant growth.
I want to go back to potassium for a sec.
Okay.
You mentioned it helps with the plant's water balance. Can you explain a little more about how that works?
Sure. So you know how plants lose water through their leaves?
Yeah, like they sweat.
Kind of. It's called transpiration.
Okay.
Well, potassium helps to regulate that process.
Okay.
It controls those tiny openings on the leaves called stomata.
Stomata.
Yeah, which are basically like little mouths that the plant uses to breathe and release water vapor.
So potassium makes sure they don't lose too much water.
Right, especially when it's really hot out.
So it's like a built-in hydration system. Keeps them from getting too thirsty.
And that's crucial for making sure the beans develop properly.
Okay, so we've talked about seed rate fertilizer management.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Now, the article introduces a specific summer Moong variety called Diol PDM 139.
This sounds promising.
It does, right?
Like a real game changer.
They call it an excellent variety for summer cultivation.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So what makes it so special?
Tell me everything.
Well, first of all, it has high yield potential.
So you get a lot of beans from each plant.
Exactly.
That's what we want.
And it's resistant to a lot of common diseases.
So less risk of losing your crop?
Exactly.
It's huge.
Plus, the beans themselves are described as shiny and attractive.
So they look good in the market.
Right. Which can lead to better prices for the farmer.
Yeah, people are willing to pay more for good-looking produce. That's true. That's just how it works.
And lastly, it has a shorter maturity period compared to some other varieties.
So you can harvest sooner?
Yeah, and get your field ready for the next crop.
It's like a well-oiled machine. Get in, plant, grow, harvest, repeat.
Exactly.
That's efficient farming.
So Diol PDM 139, high-yield, disease-resistant, good-looking beans. Fast turnaround time.
It's like the superhero of summer Moong.
It really sounds like it.
Where can I get my hands on some of these seeds?
Well, the article mentions a place called Annapurna Traders in Polari. Well, if you're in that area,
I have to check it out.
definitely worth looking into.
It really highlights how choosing the right variety can make such a difference.
It's true.
It's like anything else in life.
Right.
The right tools for the right job.
So we've got our seeds. We know how to feed them.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we need to keep in mind for successful summer moong cultivation?
Well, irrigation's a big one.
Of course, summer means lots of heat,
Exactly. You've got to keep those plants hydrated.
especially during flowering and pod development.
Those are critical stages.
So how often should you water?
It depends on the soil type and the weather.
Yeah.
But you might need to irrigate every 7 to 10 days during peak flowering and pod development.
Okay. Make sure the soil stays moist.
What about weeds?
Weeds are the enemy.
They compete with your plants.
Stealing water nutrients, sunlight, all the good stuff.
So what do?
Regular weeding is key.
So get out there and pull those weeds.
Or you can use herbicides,
Okay.
but make sure to use them correctly.
Right. And timely.
And speaking of enemies, what about pests and diseases?
Even with the disease-resistant variety like dial PDM 139,
Yeah.
there's still a chance, right?
There's always a chance.
So what's the best approach?
Regular monitoring.
Keep an eye on those plants.
Look for any signs of trouble.
And if you see something,
Don't panic.
go.
Get advice from a local expert.
Right.
They can help you figure out the best way to deal with the problem.
And what are some common pests and diseases to watch out for?
Well, in summer moong, you might see aphids
Okay.
or pod borers.
Those sound nasty.
Yeah, and diseases like powdery mildew?
So prevention is key.
Absolutely. Start with healthy seeds.
Okay.
And keep your field clean. Good sanitation.
Exactly.
And finally, the big question,
When to harvest?
when do you know those beans are ready?
The article says to look for the pods drying out
Okay.
and the leaves turning yellow.
So when you see that,
It's time to harvest.
okay,
Done it.
time to reap the reward.
Enjoy those delicious moonbeams.
So we covered a lot today.
We did.
Let's recap the key points for successful summer moong cultivation.
Okay, so first, get that seed rate right. 10 to 12 kilograms per acre.
Check.
Then make sure you've got a solid fertilizer plan.
Right, a little nitrogen at the beginning, phosphorus at sowing to help those nitrogen-fixing bacteria and potassium throughout to keep those plants strong and hydrated.
Exactly. And don't forget to choose high-performing disease-resistant variety like Dale PDM 139.
If you can get your hands on it.
Yeah. And remember to water regularly.
Right.
Control those weeds. Keep a close eye out for pests and diseases.
And harvest at the right time.
Follow these steps and you'll be well on your way to a bountiful summer moong harvest.
And not only will you be reaping those delicious beans,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll also be improving your soil health for future crops.
It's a win-win situation.
It really is.
And that brings us to our final thought for today.
Okay.
Think about those key principles we talked about today.
Right.
Like planning ahead, using resources efficiently, choosing the right tools for the job.
Those are pretty universal concepts.
Exactly.
They apply to so many areas of life.
Not just farming.
So think about it. Where else could you apply these principles?
In your personal life, your work, your finances, your health,
It's amazing how interconnected everything is.
and how even seemingly small changes can make a big difference.
It's all about making informed choices and taking action.
So go out there and make the most of it.
Exactly.
See you next time for another deep dive.
Okay, see you then.
Yes.